platforms right now. Shout out to that. Shout out to whatever platform you're joining on. Um, we're gonna try to make some stuff happen, y'all. Real quickly. I'm gonna be on for a little bit. So I said let me just drop in on all the platforms. If this is your first time on my live, welcome to the live. Um, Again, I go by Zabo103. I'm the dude that get on these live platforms and information that you would normally pay for. If I know it, y'all, you're getting it for free. It's really that simple. So a couple of ground rules out the gate. I know we're gonna have people in here that are gonna probably do a little bit of trying to get just not my attention, but your attention. So that's cool. We'll let it be what it's gonna be. Maybe you were sent here by a friend or a family member to tap into the live. What I will tell you is out the gate, I am not a financial advisor, y'all, and the information that I give is not financial advice. I am not a wealth manager, and the information that you get from me is not going to show you how to build generational wealth. However, ask yourself these questions. If you do go to a financial advisor, and that's your way of doing things, what's up, family? Ask yourself the question: is your financial advisor financially free? You don't have to answer on this live platform, but I wanted you to answer that question to yourself. If you do have a wealth manager like I used to have when I was at Bank of America, there for 20 years as an executive without a college degree, ask yourself the question, a real serious question. Has your wealth manager built wealth for themselves? I have. Now that don't mean much of anything unless you can apply it in your life. So what I would ask you all to do, just for the sake of ground rules, any information that you get from me today off of this live, I require you to do a little bit of thinking. I require you to do some research and then take some action. Because it doesn't make sense that maybe you've been sent here from somebody else or somebody, or you're the person that's sending somebody to me to actually hear what I have to say. It doesn't make sense for you to brag about what I got going on or what these other people got going on, these quote unquote gurus. If it's not working for you, what's the point? What is the point? What's up, family? So here's what I'm going to say. Take the time to dig deep as you're listening to this live because you're going to hear a lot of things that you just haven't heard before. So let me start out by asking the question. Did y'all just see that? Did y'all really just see what? Did y'all see? Or did y'all see? Or did y'all see what just happened? Make this make sense for me. No matter what social media platform you're on right now, no matter what news outlet you watch, no matter what it is that you got going on, even if it's the radio that you're playing, everybody's talking about this solar eclipse. They knew the exact time for you to be out there, for you to catch it and make it happen. They knew what type of product you would need to see it, and they sold it to you. They even had your kids, provided them with the right tools to see what they needed to see. Most of you all, majority of you all, made your way outside at the exact time that you was told to go outside to look up in the sky to see to see this thing called an eclipse. Kids in Cleveland that go to school because of it? That's scary. But did you go outside? Put a 1 in the chat if you went outside and saw it. I want to see something. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Spectacular how they got the whole country to go outside The only thing they did not tell you to do was what? Say cheese. I don't think I'm going to go in a little bit further than that. The only thing you should have did was just said cheese. Imagine how many people was looking up in the sky and wasn't ready for their photo op. I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna go too far because I don't want to get into no trouble on here. I'm coming from a place of love. Everybody's welcome, and this is a safe place for folks. But when my kids was asking about it, the only thing I can say was, "Hey, Marlon, say cheese." Mm, 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 mm. Now, this is how my mind thinks. I know a lot of people don't think the way I think, and that's okay. But that's the first thing that my mind said. They needed a picture of everyone. What's the easiest way to get a picture? Well, it's that time. It's that time. You know, social media got all the filters on it. Everybody got AI. You don't really know if you seeing the person. But if you go outside, ain't no filters. Ain't no AI. Don't get it twisted, boys and girls. This is just the way my mind thinks. That's how my mind think, y'all. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I was amazed as I was, you know, roaming around of all the people like this. I was in awe. The point that I'm making is anytime that we need to be controlled, they can just hit a switch. They can just hit a switch. Imagine how many people in 2020 was told that the air went right. And you needed this mask on your face. And not even a month later, they told you the air was okay again. And you don't need no mask on your face. Could you just for 1 second just think and just go with me here for 1 second? Imagine if you had that type of obedience when it comes to you getting out of your own way. Imagine if you had that much belief in yourself. Imagine if you was told to do something and you did it when it came to changing your life if you just did it. For all the people that's talking about they still in fear, for all the people talking about they don't know what to do, you just prove if you are told to do something, you can absolutely execute it that way without giving pushback, without having fear, without any of these things. It just have to be the right person that tell you. If the right person tell you what to do, then you have no problems with accomplishing it. Imagine that. So what I understand, and it's just me, as easy as it was today for you, if you went out today to go view the solar eclipse, that's how easy it is for you to change your life. That level of obedience, commitment, fearlessness. Imagine that for a second, y'all. Say you went to work. Imagine that too. Imagine you were told you had to be at work at a certain time. And you're there every day. Howdy. You there every day on time. Or you gonna get that tardy. You've been told what to do at every turn. In fact, it's still a solar eclipse going on right now. You can go outside and put your glasses on, and I'm sure you still can see it. Imagine that. What's up, family? What am I saying, y'all? When are we going to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe? When are we going to stop being so dependent on someone else outside of yourself? There's so many people that will tell me, and I've heard it, I've even said it, I ain't following no rules. I'm a rebel. But anytime somebody says something, you do exactly what they say. If your manager at your job, your boss, tells you to do something, it's pertaining to work, you're doing it. Why you can't have that same type of respect for your own voice? When you tell yourself that you're going to do these things for work, for yourself, you be that obedient. Imagine your job can tell you, hey, I need you to perform this task today, and it need to be accomplished by tomorrow. I need this on my desk by this time. And you're doing it. But you give yourself these own tasks and these own conditions, and months go by, years go by, decades go by. Why? Why is this? Why are you so rebellious against yourself? You done came up with all these different type of business plans. You done came up with this great business model. The name of the companies all lined up. The products. You done told yourself by this date you gonna do this, and you ain't even started. But if your manager come in, you barely making $6 an hour. You'll do it for pennies. Got all the respect in the world for your boss. You go to not even being yourself when the boss walk in the room. But you ain't got that type of respect for yourself. Make this stuff make sense to me, y'all. Even when I was at the bank, y'all, it'd be so funny because people like when these big bosses come in and when corporate come in, people don't act the same. The person that's acting the same, I can't be nobody else but me. But let the right person tell you to do something. You asking how high? You asking, would you like this with that? Have that respect for yourself, people. Think about this stuff for a second. You can go to work every single day and do what you told. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. But when it comes to yourself, you have to tell yourself over and 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 over again, and you still don't do it. This is why sometimes when I'm talking about getting out of your own way, getting out of your rat race, why are you in fear? I get so passionate about it because I'm saying, forget what I say. Who am I? Forget what these other gurus are saying. Forget what your boss is saying. What about what you're telling yourself? Imagine you didn't give yourself a New Year's resolution and you don't even respect your own decisions that you made. This is why people are laughing. Not with you, at you. Stop playing yourself, people. When are you gonna really start to move the way you say you moving? We spent a good bit of money this morning trying, I ain't gonna say trying, because it really wasn't a try, it's accomplishing, right? Getting this facility together for my wife's second warehouse. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we don't have to tell ourselves what we're gonna do more than once. Once we tell ourselves what we're gonna do, it's getting done, y'all. Because I respect my own thoughts. I fear my own thoughts too. Because I fear if I don't do what my thoughts told me to do, my thoughts gonna put me in a bad space. When I was at Bank of America, I had no fear of nobody. And when I say I had no fear of nobody, my boss would come into the room and I ain't changing my conversation. Whatever conversation I'm having, it's the conversation that I'm having. He can either join the conversation or wait till my conversation is over. There was no disrespect to him. But the reality of it is, men do what they want and boys do what they can. How did that apply to women? Women do what they want and girls do what they can. Only thing I'm saying is, I've been a grown man for a long time. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, you got to put some respect on your own thought. I got respect on my thoughts. It ain't respect coming from other people. It's respect coming from myself. The same level of respect that I would give to my previous boss is the same level of respect I give to myself. So if my boss tell me to do something, if I told myself to do something similar, I'm getting it done. Give yourself that same level of respect. Watch how your life start to change. Think about that for a second. I was at Bank of America making a couple $100,000 a year. The more money you make, the more they can say to you out the way. They can have the real conversation with you. When I make my yearly salary in a month, I left the bank. I want y'all to hear what I just said. I made a couple $100,000 a year at Bank of America. When I made my yearly salary in a month, I left the bank. The same level of respect I would give when my boss told me to do something. When I had a boss, I give the same level of respect to myself. The only difference is when I started giving myself that full level of respect that I was giving to my boss, to myself, I 10x, not even 10x, I 1000x my pay. Nobody don't hear that. When you get that same level of respect to yourself that you give it to your boss, you will make 1,000 times more what you're making today. Now, when I look at a couple $100,000 in a day, and we have some days now that we do a couple $100,000 a day, it just is what it is. What's up, Nate? What do? I still respect and value what I'm sharing with myself, but I'm also respecting the value that I add to other people, like our employees. So when I mention something for them to do, a task to accomplish, they better accomplish it. It just is what it is. And until they get that same level of respect that they have for me in themselves, they will work for me forever. And I'm a firm believer, I don't want nobody working for me forever. I want you to get out there and do it. Learn what you need to learn and keep it pushing. Because the reality of it is, we all are great people. We all have a superpower. We all have the ability to be whatever it is we want to be. You just got to put some respect on your name. And that what Birdman said, you're going to put some respect on my name. You need to start putting some respect on your own name. This is why I put my last name first. That don't make me the baddest man alive. That don't make me the most powerful man alive. It just make me a man. I ain't now one of them quote unquote high value men type dudes. It don't even make sense. It's not a real thing. I'm just a man that realized that if I value my own way of words that I put out, what's going to come back is going to be something so unreal that you ain't even going to be able to wrap your mind around it. We started the journey. We probably need about, we started a journey last week of hiring 100 people for this this team that we needed. And we hired 75 people over the last 4 days. And it's all type of stuff, y'all. So I ain't gonna go through it on this platform. But my point, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that we're about to go from 48 employees to 148 employees. Oh my goodness. I don't think people really understand that. I don't think people really can wrap their brain around what I just said. Okay, let me help you put it in perspective. When I was at Bank of America, I was an executive there for 20 years without a college degree. I led the efforts, managed directly and indirectly 459 people. Currently today, we're in the process of hiring, right? People. We're about to go from 48 employees to 148 employees. What does that mean? I still have about 311 more employees that I know for a fact I got the bandwidth to lead the efforts of, because I did it at the bank for 20 years. This is what I'm talking about when I say I do what I did for the bank for myself. This is what I'm talking about when I say do what you do for your job for yourself. You already know the business. You're completing 80% of the business right now today. The only thing that you're missing is that other 20%, which is mostly administrative, which is tied to your money. And trust me, you're going to figure that out real quick. You already conducting business, boys and girls. That's the gift. But you got to put some respect on your name, because the reality of it is, if you don't put no respect on your name, guess what? You're screwed. How to start a business? Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about it right now. Watch this. Watch this. Say you don't know the inside good stuff from banking. I'm gonna go on a limb and say you don't need to know that. You just don't. It ain't gonna change your what you do specifically right now today. It's just gonna help you put things into better perspective. Because if you learn what you need to learn at the bank for the most part, the inside of working, it's only gonna brainwash you to make you do the opposite of what you need to be doing. You can pay attention outside looking in and understand everything you need to know about banking. Let me not say everything, enough to where you can navigate this world. But let's talk about starting a business. I think we had a person in the chat that said they trying to figure out how to start a business. The first thing you want to do is you want to come up with a business name. You're scared of yourself. I know that's right. You want to come up with a business name. It could be 123 Corporation, 1234 LLC, whatever the name is. It don't need to be tied to what exactly you're doing. You want people to be trying to figure out what type of business it is. That's how you want it. Now you can have DBAs, and that's just doing business as whatever your company, whatever you want your company to be. So say for instance, let me see who put that up there. LA, shout out to you, LA. Say for instance, your business is 1234 LLC. I'm just using it for an example. And you decide that you want to do business as LA Hair. I don't know. I'm just throwing something random out there. LA Hair. Because your business is in hair. Well, you're doing business as LA Hair, right? But when you go try to get funding and all the other stuff, they're going to look at your business name. They're not going to look at LA Hair because that's just what you're doing business as. That 1234 LLC that has that EIN number, that's what you're going to get funding on under. Now, how do you do that once you come up with the name of your business? You're going to want to go to the Secretary of State. You can do it online quickly. Go to the Secretary of State and register your business there. Your business name cannot be the same name as somebody in your state. Got to be different, right? If you want to trademark your DBA, you can do that. You don't necessarily have to trademark your business name unless you're going to be doing business as your business name. Most people, what they'll do is they'll have a business name and then they have a bunch of different businesses up under it. Because they'll be doing business as that one, as that one business. And what they'll do is if they have a brand that's out, which is a DBA, they'll go trademark the DBA. You get it? So like, let me see if I can give an example. Things like Charmin toilet tissue, right? The toilet paper. Charmin is trademarked because it's a real thing, right? Also, the company that really is behind Charmin toilet paper, right? Which is Procter & Gamble, they trademark too. And if your company grow to something massive, something bigger, 100% you could trademark it. You should 100% without a doubt trademark it, but it ain't something you got to do out the gate. You want to trademark whatever you're doing business as because that's going to be mostly out to the public. You get it? This is how this stuff works. So once you go register your business with the Secretary of State, right? What's up, family? You're then going to want to go over to the irs.gov and get you a EIN number. You're going to want to go get you an EIN number. That's like your social security number for your business. because you're going to be using it to file your taxes for your business. When you apply for things, at some point when you're no longer using your personal credit as a guarantor, you're going to be using your EIN number for your business credit. Hopefully you got that. Yeah, 100% doing that. Don't put the cart before the horse. I know people are throwing trademark stuff out there, and 100% you want to do your due diligence and make that happen. But you got to start a business first. You don't want to go and trademark anything before you start your business, unless it's something that like your social media platform and you're going to be using that as a business too. Other than that, go get your business first. You get it? And the reason why you want to go get your business first is because if you go trademark it today and you procrastinate until 6 months later, 2 years later, whenever, and then you decide to start your business, well, if you would have started your business first and then did your trademark for your business, it's a business expense. Hopefully you got that. We do a lot of different things, family, so it's kind of hard to share all of them. We own a toilet paper company. We buy land. We have a shapewear business. We have a pecan tree business. Zabo 103 is also one of my business. We do a lot of stuff. So hopefully this stuff, you catch on to all of it. But nevertheless, I digress. You got your EIN number. It's registered. You're still not in business yet, boys and girls. The next thing you want to do is you want to go over to GoDaddy. Go over to GoDaddy. They got other platforms out there, but I like GoDaddy for the most part, so that's why I say GoDaddy. They not paying me to say this, so I don't really want to say it no more than I have to, so I'm going to say it for the last time. Go over to GoDaddy.com and get you a domain. A domain is going to allow you to have a website as well as a business email as well. So you can look professional. So you don't have something like a lahair@gmail.com. You can have a whatever your name is, call it Jessica at lahair.com. You get it? So it's going to give you that professional feel. You want to register your business with Google. Register your business with Google. So when people start to Google you, guess what's going to come up? What you registered on Google. This is why I say what you put in Google is what you get out of Google. Hopefully y'all caught that. You still ain't in business yet, boys and girls. You then have to go open you up a business checking account, and they're going to ask for your business that you registered. They're going to ask for that information. So you're going to politely go up to the bank and open you up a business bank account. Hopefully you got that. Now you are technically in business. Now you're not conducting business yet, but you got a business and you operating. Once you got that business and you operating, guess what? You're going to want to file your taxes every year on your business. Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. What if I didn't sell anything? What if I didn't make no money? Then you're filing that you earned no money. You can do it through a credit union. Some credit unions have business accounts that you can get. I think like in Navy, Federals of the world do some business accounts. Most of them do, but it doesn't matter. It's just your choice. It's your preference. Think about that for a second. So now you didn't put these pieces together to start your business. So now If you decide to trademark your stuff, guess what you're using to trademark your stuff? You're paying with it with your business checking account because it's a business expense. If you need a computer, a laptop, you're paying for it through your business checking account. So you can do what? Business expenses. When you start to conduct business, all your business going through that account unless you go and get you a business credit card, which you should absolutely do. Because you're trying to raise the capital, and that credit card can help you raise the capital. You get it? Now, the payments are going to be more expensive because the interest on business credit cards is way higher than personal. So whatever you're going to spend money on, remember, the only purpose of money is to make money. So don't be fooled by just because it's some form of a credit card that is not money. You're only using money to make money. So if you use that business credit card to make money, if you use that credit card, it needs to be making money. One, so you can pay the credit card back. Two, so you can get the actual profits off of it to make your business productive. You get it? Think about that for a second. Get 80% of your business off of Google? Yeah. Google, register your business with Google it will be a game changer for you. If you have tried to start business before and you're like, man, I can't get enough traction, I don't have enough people for my that's coming through my website, register on Google. You can even run ads on Google if you want to. It's money, y'all. Can you change? Can you change what? So here's the things that you need to start looking at and just started taking these steps, because think of it this way. If your boss told you, hey, I need you to go register your business here, 4-hour job, you need a business, and you need to do this. You need to make that happen. You'll make it happen, won't you? Can you change your NES code or have multiple codes? I think you can change your NES code. I'm almost certain that you can. I don't want to say it needs to be this, wink, wink, but something under retail is probably the best, because normally your NES code is going to play a factor when you're trying to get funding. Retail, I heard, is the best. Let's say you're doing YouTube as well. Can I have part of my business? Yeah, 100%. So remember what I said. You can have a business that may say 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can have LA Hair. Then you can have LA Hair on YouTube for your content. So you can do business as LA Hair. You can do business at LA Hair on YouTube. It's just DBAs. You're just conducting business. That's it. That's all it is. There's nothing. So you can expense your YouTube stuff that you're doing. Your office space that you're using, your uniform that you're wearing. You can expense all this stuff. So think about that. Let's put it in perspective. What is a IUL? So when we open our business account and get credit cards right then, or build it first? It's best to actually get the business credit card right then and there, especially if you got a good bit of money that you put in. Like, say for instance, you put in $10,000 to open up your business checking account, right? As soon as you're about to put that $10,000 in, you can ask them flat out, hey, I want to put this $10,000 in my business checking account. I also want to have a business credit card with you all. 99% of the time, they'll give you a business credit card if you put that amount. We put 5 grand in, 10 grand in, they'll give you a business credit card. If they don't, you also can do a portion of secured business credit card too. So you might say, hey, I want to put 10,000 into this account. I want a $5,000 business credit card. If they don't approve you for it, try to get approved for the max you can get approved for. But if they say, we can't really approve you for a business credit card right now because you haven't established a good length of business credit, you can take 5,000 of that 10,000 and say, hey, can you do a secured $5,000 business credit card for me? They will 100% do it. If I change my business name, would I have to change the DBA? No. The DBA ain't going nowhere other than the website that you're probably building out for it, maybe email address and things like that. You can change that at a drop of a dime. It does not matter. Your all this major stuff like your Nest code and all the other stuff is connected to your business, not the doing business as. The doing business as, again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing business as LA Hair by way of 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it? Can you buy land up under the brand with a different DBA? 100%. That stuff don't matter. That's the real gift behind this stuff, y'all. A lot of times what will happen is people will make, I'll give an example. Say for instance, you got somebody that's doing business and their business ain't doing too well. And they do a horrible business. And people go report their business, LA Hair. All these reviews about LA Hair. And you as the owner doing business as LA Hair say, man, LA Hair is tank. We got to rebrand. You can come out tomorrow and say, AL Hair, doing business, AL Hair. You ain't got to change your business because your business is here. You just doing a business something different and get rid of LA Hair altogether. If you Google your business, yeah. If you Google your business, absolutely. But once you go to the Secretary of State, you can search it there and it'll tell you if you're registered or not. Google don't really play a part in it like that. Google give you that business presence. You got to register business with the Secretary of State. That's a must. You got to have that EIN number. It's free. That's a must. You got to have the business checking account. You can do those 3 things and you are officially in business. Google just, again, making that business present for you. So when people look your business up, the professionalism come across because you're in Google. Hopefully y'all caught that. These are the things you want to try to understand, boys and girls. Don't beat yourself over the head for not knowing it. You know it now, right? Think about that. Think about what I just said. Now, imagine if your boss told you in order for you to keep your job, all this stuff need to be complete by Monday of next week. You 100% gonna get it done, right? If your boss came out right now today and said, these steps that I just gave you to start your business, all of it need to be complete by Monday next week, are we gonna have a conversation? I guarantee you getting all of it done. Put that same respect on your own voice. Put that same respect on your own voice. Your boss just told you to do it. I ain't telling you to do it. You just told yourself you're doing it. By next Monday, you better have it done. Who you fear more, your boss or yourself? You can get business credit without using personal credit, but you have to establish it first. Typically, you have to be in business for like 2 years or more with good credit history from a business perspective by using your personal credit as a guarantor. And once you have that proven track record of good business credit, when you start to establish new business credit at that point, they won't require you to use your personal credit as a guarantor. Um, it really depends on you. You don't have to start with none of that for real. You don't have to start with no credit. You just have to do what you're gonna do. Don't get caught up in the dollar amount of what you need to start, right? If you go register your business with the Secretary of State, in most states is less than $100, unless you're in a place like California, which I think is the most expensive, which is like $800 to register. Just so we clear. The EIN number is free. That business checking account, realistically, I think they'll let you start it with $25. It might be $50 now. Think about that for a second. Ooh, my bad. This platform over here my battery about to die over here. Got all these cameras over here. Let me put that over there. I want them to die on me. Think about what I just shared, y'all. Think about what I just shared on all these platforms for free. But you got places like Taylor Brand, LegalZoom that'll charge you to do what I just gave y'all for free. So if your personal credit is messed up, you got to fix your personal credit, right? You have to fix it. And you 100% can fix it. It ain't nothing stopping you from fixing your personal credit. Okay, let me explain. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is your credit? From a scale to 1 to 10, how bad is your personal credit? I appreciate you, family. Say 10, 6, 7. Now, I'm not perfect, right? But if I gave you some steps, what's up, family? If I gave you some steps on how you can fix your personal credit, would you do it? Put a 1 in the chat if I told you how to fix your personal credit, would you do it? 100% you'll do it. Okay. Now, most people would say, man, you need to go pay somebody to fix your credit. Pay yourself. Pay yourself. A lot of missed payments. I get it. Now, what I'm about to share with you, let me give a disclaimer. This is not the opportunity for you to be irresponsible. You're only doing this so that you can get your business credit off the ground so you can conduct business. Don't do this just to go get right back in your situation, because that's foolish. Okay? Watch this. We're going to start with the student loan piece, because I think that was probably the most important thing that I saw when I was looking at the chats. This is where you're going to have to do some research. This is where you're going to have to start putting some effort in. They told me, because I'm not college educated, I ain't got no student loans, so I don't know. So my people in the chat, y'all keep me honest. But they told me that every administration that come into office, they put out a forgiveness program for your student loans. Now, that's what they told me. I ain't got no student loans. If you have student loans and you're in the chat right now and you didn't had your student loan forgiven before, can you confirm that that's true or not? Put a yes if that's true, put a no if it's not. I want to see something. Anybody had their student loans forgiven before? Okay. We got some yeses over here. Imagine that. Got a bunch of yeses over here on TikTok. Instagram, we got the eyes. Other platforms, they're like, maybe. Y'all, in every administration, they do a forgiveness plan for your student loan. My wife has a master's degree, y'all. I ain't got no college degree at all. But she got a master's degree. All her student loans got forgiven. Just like that. Now, you can do it right now today. That's what I've been told. I've been told you can apply right now today still. This is outside of 2020. But remember, when every administration come in office, they have that, right? When did the last administration come in? In 2020. We're in 2024. The new administration about to come in right now this year in a few months. What's going to happen, boys and girls? Another opportunity for you to do what? Get your student loans forgiven. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. I think you have to wait while you're in college. I could be wrong. Yeah, they've been talking about it on the news. They doing a forgiveness program for student loan forgiveness. That's what it's called. Thank you, family. Loan forgiveness. I hope y'all picked that up. So if student loans is your issue, get ready. Go on and check out do your due diligence on the loan forgiveness program and go ahead and submit your form, submit your application. $43,000 worth forgiven. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to that. All was your whole student loan? Shout out to that. There's qualification requirement. Go up there and make sure you get qualified. Because y'all just said to me, if I helped you figure out your credit situation, you would do it. Ain't no excuses, boys and girls. And if I haven't said it and it hadn't been clear to you, it's free. It's free. Okay, we got the hard pill out the way with the student loans. Fox 29 just put it up. Put it up the link. Okay, that's what's up. We got the student loan out the way. Everybody good? All right. The next thing you want to do is if y'all listen, we done said this 100 million times on my platform. I'm gonna go ahead and meet my quota again right now. If y'all haven't went over to LexisNexis right now, I don't know what you're waiting on. Take your butt over to LexisNexis. Yeah, you definitely have to apply. Google loan forgiveness program and just look at what pops up. It should be government based. LexisNexis, 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 LexisNexis. If you're on one of these platforms, put it on the chat. I know these platforms that are right here. I'm going to put it up on the chat for y'all right here. LexisNexis, LexisNexis. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat. LexisNexis, LexisNexis. There you go. LexisNexis is the company that houses all your information. That's interesting. We're going to talk about that. LexisNexis is a company that houses all your information. All of it. When you reach out to LexisNexis, you need to freeze your clue report and your personal file. Straight up. They're going to try to upsell you on some extra privacy. You don't want to do that. Freeze my clue report and my personal file. They're going to send you out a PIN number. So I freeze my clue report and personal file. There you go. Clue report, personal file. Clue report, personal file. Don't be confused. Pay attention. You're going to freeze your clue report and your personal file. You're going to tell them to freeze it. Once it's frozen, they're going to send you out, obviously, we're going to send you out a PIN number. You're going to be able to unfreeze and freeze your clue report and your personal file at any time. Thank you very much. Get off the phone with them. Have a good day. You're then going to reach out to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, and you're going to dispute the inaccuracies on your credit report. You're going to dispute the inaccuracies on your credit report. This is not my account. I was never late. I don't owe this balance. Verify this debt. I don't live at this address. $30 days is how long they normally take to verify your information. So once you get to disputing, they got 30 days to verify it, boys and girls. Being that your clue report and your personal file is frozen, nothing's coming back. And we all know what happened when nothing come back on your credit. It's coming off. Who took you to court? What was the type of account that you had that you were disputing? Because when you put that blanket statement out there, it makes it seem like it's something else. You got to be very specific when you say what you just said. So Home Depot took you to court. Watch this. Did you take out cash on your Home Depot card? Just a question. Did you take out cash on your Home Depot card? Okay. So you use your Home Depot card. How long ago was your last purchase on your Home Depot card before you disputed it? And the reason why I'm asking the questions, a contract to scam you. So we're not talking about the same things. If you had a situation going on with a scam that was happening, they definitely will take you to court for that. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, can't do nothing about that one, fam. That's something way different. So what I'm saying is when you put that type of blanket statement out there, it makes it seem like, oh, I shouldn't do this because this is I'm gonna wind up getting taken to court. No. You have to have something very specific that happened in order for them to trigger court. And the reason why I'm saying that, you're dealing with, it sounds like an unsecured credit card. So since you're dealing with an unsecured credit card and they took you to court, it sounds like the person that scammed you, you should have also took them to court too and pressed charges on them. Nah, that's not how that works. That's not how it works. No corporation does that. Even at Bank of America, if you have a situation where somebody steals your credit card and they use it, and you know the person that did it, they consider it family fraud. You have to press charges against that person. Yeah, but you know who the person is, so it don't matter. If you know who the person is, you got to press charges against that person. Period. If not, you're responsible. You're responsible. Okay. Yeah, I can't really go into too much detail about that because I don't want to go too far in your personal. But what I'm gonna say to you is, if it was a bank contractor, that means the bank has that person information. And if the bank has that person information, once you start taking up the legal litigation, the bank will out that actual contractor that did it, so you can press charges against them. That's just what it is. Back to what I was saying, LexisNexis. Somebody told me when you call them, it's automated now. I don't know. It's been years since I've done this, right? But when I did it, I called them. The first person that picked up the phone, that's who I told to freeze my clue report in my personal file. You definitely want to remove those addresses. Yeah, yeah, family. Again, I don't want to get into your personal because I don't want to. We probably went too far into it than what I want to go into it. You might need to go ahead and get an attorney on that one. That's something I wouldn't let me personally because I'm petty. That's something I wouldn't let go. If they got you like that, where you got sued by the actual company, I definitely would go behind after them. Yes, Clue. Clue report. CLUE. Personal file. Clue report and personal file. Well, the reason why I'm telling you all both is because every state don't have both. Now I'm with you, family. I understand. It's all love, but I definitely get an attorney for sure. But most states don't have both. I don't know which state everybody on all these platforms, so you just tell them both. So when you get them on the phone, they'll tell you your state only has this one. That's the one you want to freeze. The reason why you want to freeze it because these credit bureaus, when they go to verify your information, they're verifying it through LexisNexis. When they get the LexisNexis, by your clue report and your personal file being frozen, there's nothing that's going to come back. You're freezing it so the credit bureaus don't have access to pull your information. Cool. So you're gonna get to disputing, boys and girls. Dispute away. You're disputing the inaccuracies. I saw in the chat somebody said you got to get rid of the old addresses. You do. If you don't live at these addresses, this is not my address. Factual statement, right? The reason why you want to move those addresses, right? You want to remove those addresses because your old creditors are attached to those old addresses. You can do it online or you can call them. I didn't send no letters at all. There are people in my live right now that have done this process and watched their credit score go from 500 to the mid 700 in months. What if you still live there? Then you live there. You only dispute the addresses that you don't live at no more. Because if you still live at the location, you can't dispute the address where you live at. You could, but what sense does that make? You get mail there. Listen, the reality of it is this, y'all. You don't ever want to put yourself in a situation where you can't think through things, y'all. The stuff that I'm sharing, I'm only sharing things around you following the law. Anything outside of following the law, y'all don't do it. DMV driver history. I don't know nothing about that. You got me on that one. You got to be a good driver. Period. If you've been on my platform long enough, you all will understand that I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't play them type of games. And I don't want y'all to play them type of games. Why? Because the goal is for you to spend the time with the people you care about and love the most. If you go out and commit a crime and break the law, you're going to get taken away from the people that you care about and love the most. That's defeating the purpose. Got to be responsible, boys and girls. If you go out and you borrow money, pay these people back. You're not going to build some form of wealth from borrowing money from folks and not paying them back. Think, y'all. Ain't no secret to that. If you end over your head, and I can't give you this advice because I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not an attorney, but if you end over your head, go consult a bankruptcy attorney if you need to go that route. Go consult the bankruptcy attorney. It'll take you about 4 months for it to get discharged, and everybody and mama gonna be sending you everything. 100% you can. You absolutely can dispute it. LexisNexis won't be contacting you at all. Not one bit. But I just thought about that, right? If you're a person that have a bankruptcy on your credit, say you got a Chapter 7. Uh-oh. You know, you got that big old mark on there for the next 7 to 10 years, right? They won't necessarily call you for that. They're not calling you at all. You're calling them and you're doing the disputing. I ain't got no reason to call you back. They gonna communicate with you through email. But you got that big old Chapter 7 on your credit. It's been on there for 2 years, a year, whatever it's been on there for. You can have the actual. Mine's been frozen for the last 8.5 years. I don't have no use for it because I don't use personal credit. You get it? Would you believe that you can have Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian verify your bankruptcy? They said, listen, you can go look at the laws. It's against the law for them to have inaccuracies on your credit report. So you can ask them to verify your bankruptcy. Everything needs to be right on it in order for it to be on your credit. Because if it's not, it got to come off. Would you believe if your clue report and your personal file is frozen and they can't verify it through LexisNexis, they still would say they verified it. If you have a Chapter 7 on your credit, you can call down to the bankruptcy court right now today, and you can ask them, who is allowed to verify this bankruptcy? They will tell you there's only one person that can verify your bankruptcy. That's you, in person, with a photocopy of your ID. They can't verify with nobody, not even over the phone. Imagine that. So you telling me if my clue report and my personal file is frozen and the credit bureaus can't verify them, they say I can have them re-verified again and tell them that, hey, I spoke with the courts. They said y'all didn't call them to verify nothing. Not pertaining to me. I need y'all to re-verify this. It's coming off y'all credit, y'all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're following the law, y'all. Don't try to beat something that don't need to be beat. Just follow the law. Yeah, definitely get them a call. If they say they need more information, you just tell them, hey, look, you call them. I need y'all to, this is not my account. I need y'all to verify. Or whatever you disputed it as. How does this help with late? I was never late. So they have to go verify that you was late. They not calling your creditors to see if you were late. They're reaching out to LexisNexis to pull your history to see if you were late. They have to verify that it was true, because if not, it's an inaccuracy and it has to come off your credit. Something like that, yeah. Think about that for a second, y'all. These are things that you can do on your own. And if I haven't said it and you haven't figured it out of all the stuff I didn't share with y'all, not one time have I said it costs you anything. Not one time have I mentioned that it costs you anything. Now, if they say they verified the information, you can easily go over to the CFPB. C as in Charlie, F as in Frank, P as in Paul, B as in boy, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That bureau kicking my butt. A bunch of different things. Sales, marketing, it's a bunch of different things. Landscaping. We did a lot of stuff. But the CFPB, and somebody can put it in the chat. It's on the chat here, so we good here. The CFPB Bureau. I always mess it up. It's my southern draw. It's okay. The CFPB, boys and girls, there you go. If they said they verified your information and you know your stuff is frozen, take your butt on over to the CFPB and hit the little section where it says submit a complaint and ask them to re-verify that information. They got 15 days at that point to show the CFPB proof that they verified your information. And they ain't got no proof, boys and girls. It's coming off your credit. And that's free too. So I'm going to ask you the question again, boys and girls. If your boss told you to do this, and these things need to be done, and on his or her desk by Monday, you would 100% do it. Do you fear your boss more than you fear yourself? Do you respect your boss more than you respect yourself? If you respect yourself more than you respect your boss, then y'all better get done what y'all need to get done. Y'all done said y'all doing it. Y'all done said y'all doing it. Imagine this stuff don't cost you nothing but a little bit of time and a little bit of research. If it don't cost you nothing but a little bit of time and a little bit of research, what's your excuse? Somebody help me make sense out of this. And if you can't help me make sense out of this, it's okay. I understand. A lot of people don't respect themselves. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. I'm just the person that said to myself, I'm tired of fighting for other people's last name who I ain't never met. I'm going to fight for my own last name. We just got finished talking about fixing your credit. Look, y'all, I've been on here now for a little bit over an hour. I'm not going to be on too much longer because I got to run to a spot. I may pop back on a little bit later. But ask yourself the question, y'all. Yeah, call LexisNexis, 100%. But ask yourself the question, is this too much to ask of yourself to put yourself in a better position? Is this too much to ask for yourself to give you what you call freedom? Is this too much to ask of yourself so that you can spend more time with the people that you care about and love the most? Make this make sense, y'all. So when I hear somebody tell me, I've been trying to get started, but I'm in fear, I don't know what to tell you. Because if you in fear about spending time with the people you say you care about and love the most, you got a different issue. I can't help you. You just need to be a consumer for the rest of your life. And that's okay too. Because everybody ain't going to make it. You just in the population that ain't going to make it. And that's okay too. Because it ain't me. It ain't my bloodline. This is what it is, boys and girls. Share some resources you can get. What do you mean? Like what? Resources like what? Books? What kind of books are you talking about? Like, be a little bit more clear for me. Because I ain't got that much time left on here, but I want to be kind of clear what you mean when you say books. What do you mean? Books to do what? Like, what do you mean? A book to do what? Give him the book? Okay, I can do that. I can give you the book. That's cool. But my question before I give you this book, my question that I have to you before I give you this book, do you respect the author of the book more than you respect yourself? You like having books to teach this stuff? Okay. All right, bet. All right, let's see what you're saying. All right, let's go over the book. Shout out to that, LA. There's a powerful book out there that I read, and I read it. I actually go back and I read the book every single day. And I know it sounds like a lot. It's not a quick read book either. The book is like probably, I don't know how many pages the book is. I can't even count the number of pages that it is. But it's a real powerful book. And when I started reading the book about 9 years ago, and I still read the book every day to this day, right? And it's a powerful book. So the book is called It's Definitely the Truth. And there's a lot of people on here that didn't read the book, which I think is dope. The book is called, let me ask you, y'all got a pen? Got it. When I guess that's your name. Knowledge is power, and we're here. With you on that, family. If you got something to write with a pen and a pad, write the name of the book down. I want to make sure make sure you get it. Make sure it stick. The Bible? No. In fact, when I was at the library, I was in the fictional section and I found the Bible. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's a different conversation. Some people are screen recording. Okay, that's cool. All right, bet. We're going to go on and kick it. The book name, and it's an odd name, so you definitely got to write it down, but it's called Your Brain. That's the name of the book. Y-O-U-R Brain. Somebody put it in the chat. Your Brain. I'm going to pin it over here. If somebody put it in the chat on the other platforms, okay, I'm going to pin it over here too. Your Brain. Your Brain. All right. Got it? Your brain. Your brain. Y'all got it? It's a powerful book. He already put the author in there. The author of the book is called, his last name is Y-U. I don't know where he's from or where she's from. I don't know if it's a he or she. I have no clue. I don't know where the author from. It's not on Amazon. You can't get it on Amazon. They would not sell that book on Amazon. It's too powerful. It's too powerful. They don't have it on Amazon. You can't get it at Barnes and Noble. It's a powerful book. They had to take it off the shelf. That's how powerful the book is. So I can show you how you can access the book, because it's not really a secret book, but it's one of those books where it's a powerful book. And like I said, I read the book every day. I'm sure there are people on my live right now that read that book every day too. That's how powerful the book is. So I'm going to show you how to access the book. There you go. Read the book every day. There you go. So I'm going to show you how you access the book. Close your eyes. You got to close your eyes. Close your eyes. And I want you to think about, if you had all the resources on this planet, all the money in the world, what would you be doing? What would you be doing? Open your eyes. You thought about what you were doing if you had all the money and all the resources in the world? Whatever that is, go research how to make that happen. Whatever your dream was, it don't matter what it was. Go research how to make it happen. It's the most powerful book I ever read in my life. Your brain is the book. Your brain is the secret to everything you're trying to do. You are the author. You get it? Go down to the county clerk office and just ask them. They might tell you exactly where they're doing it at in your city. Go down to the county. They'll tell you what they're doing in your city. But go down to the county clerk office and ask them, hey, it was this crazy dude on social media talking about there's some free grant writing classes that the county will provide to me. You don't know what you're talking about, but there's a place you can go get free grant writing skills for free. Just go here. They'll tell you where to go. Trust me. Hopefully you got that book. I don't see them in the chat no more. I must have missed them. That book, that powerful, man, to make you run off. Just go down to the county clerk office and ask them a question. Where programs are out here that teach me how to write grants for free? And they'll put you on the program. There you go. You got the book right now, family. Shout out to you. Just side note, whenever you're listening to someone, don't ever ask them about a book, because the reality of it is because what they might be interested in, you might not be interested in. They'll send you on these 3-book tour and you'll just waste your time. What's in your head, you just got to make come real. And the way you make it come real is thinking about what it is you're trying to do, research how to make it happen, and then take action. The books ain't gonna do that for you. It makes you seem smart. Hey, I learned this, and that. That's great. That ain't gonna help you. Think, research, take action. Your research might lead you down to the courthouse. Your research might lead you to the library, to the non-fictional section. Think, research, take action. Whatever book that comes up in your research portion of it is the book that you need to read because it's a part of your research. And you might not have to read the whole book. Once you done read, say you done read in chapter 1, and chapter 1 got you to answer what you need based off of your research, that might be the end of the book of that you're reading. Ain't no sense you wasting no more time. You already got your answer. Move on. But look, y'all, I'm gonna get up off here. I gotta run. I got a couple things. I might try to pop back on a little bit later. This stuff that we didn't talked about on the live is all gonna get replayed. So if you weren't able to take notes, you weren't able to screen record, it's all gonna be replayed and it's live right now on YouTube at Zabo 103. So you all can go over to Zabo 103. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, comment, what all that stuff they tell y'all to do over there. Go over there. Tap in over there. All the replays that I do on all these different lives is on the YouTube at Zabo 103. Shout out to everybody. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. In the meantime, do y'all research over me search. And y'all be good. I have fun being bad. And I'll see y'all on the other side of the sun. Peace.